Good morning, everyone. Myself, Kausar Momin, ninth Standard, Subject Science 1, Chapter number 13 Carbon. It's very important element. So, chapter number 13, an important element of carbon that we have to discuss in this chapter. And we are going to discuss about the topics, and the topics are carbon. We have to see its occurrence, properties, allotropes, hydrocarbons, carbon dioxide and methane, its occurrence, properties and uses. Symbol of carbon is C. Whenever we have to write carbon, if you don't want to write CARBON, then it has a symbol and the symbol is capital C. Instead of carbon, CARBON, you can use capital C. Capital C is for carbon. Capital C is the symbol of carbon. Atomic number of carbon is 6. Atomic mass is 12. Its electronic configuration, obviously based on atomic number, then its electronic configuration is 2, 4. Its outermost orbit should be 4 electrons, hence its valency is 4. And it is a non-metallic element. Carbon element is available abundantly in the nature and occurs in free as well as in the combined state. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about its properties of non-metallic element carbon. So, before to start its properties, we will discuss few points. We will make a list our household things or which things you are going to see in your day-to-day life. Suppose if you want to consider metallic objects, what type of metallic objects present in your home? So please make a list. You can tell me. Metallic objects comes with utensils, then your all types of utensils comes in metallic objects. Then what about glass objects? There can be a glass plate, there can be a glass water glass, your spectacles, screen of your TV, all this is a part of glass. Your window, some types of windows comes with a glass, right? Now next is other objects. What type of other objects will come in this column? What will be there other objects? If you consider metallic objects, in that utensils, all types of utensils come. Glass objects, your window, spectacles, and lot of things are over there which we know it comes with glass, marbles and all these types of glass objects. Now apart from metallic and glass object, what are the other subjects? So in other substance, we can say foodstuffs, clothes, medicines, fuels, wooden objects. These are the other subjects. So now we know about this. If you are going to compare with these three columns, then with the other objects contains foodstuffs, clothes, medicines, fuels, wooden objects, etc. are the carbon is common and important constituent of all these substances. If you consider with all these substances, carbon is common and important constituent for all these substances. So here we'll see occurrence of carbons. From where we are getting, what is the occurrence of carbon, where we are getting carbon exactly. So how carbon is going to specify. So we can discuss these things in this paragraph. The name carbon is derived from Latin word carbo. The name carbon is derived from the Latin word carbo. Carbo means coal. In Latin word, carbo means coal. Carbon is found in nature in free as well as compound state. Carbon in the free state is found as diamond and graphite. if we are going to see about carbon with a free condition, then we are getting carbon in directly diamond and graphite. And in the combined state, in the following compounds, like if it is combined state, in which compound we are getting it? So as carbon dioxide and in the form of carbonate such as calcium carbonate, marble, calamine, all these things we are getting carbon, but it is with combination with other things are also there. Next is fossil fuels, coal, petroleum, natural gas, all with these things also carbon presents. Then next is carbonaceous nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, the things which we are having everyday life, which we are using everywhere, carbon present. Then natural fibers, cotton, wool, silk, here also presence of carbon is there. So if you want to see its free state, then carbon is in free state means diamond and what? Graphite. Here it is with a free state, but with the combination with other, then we are getting carbon with all these things. Okay. Now next we are going to discuss about properties of carbon. Here we have seen occurrence of carbon. Now next properties of. So in the properties, first we will see allotropic nature of carbon. So here first of all we will discuss about what is the meaning of allotropy. So meaning of allotropy is some elements occur in the nature in more than one form. The chemical properties of this different form are the same, but their physical properties are different. This property of element is called as allotropy. A substance which is having chemical property different as compared to its physical property, which are having physical property same but their chemical properties are different. So such type of property element is called as allotropy. So meaning definition for allotropy is this one. The chemical properties of the substances are different but their physical properties are same. This property of element is called as allotropy. So like carbon, sulfur, phosphorus also exhibit allotropy. Allotropy comes with carbon, sulfur and phosphorus. They exhibit allotropy. That means carbon gives us its chemical property same and its chemical property different and its physical property same. Phosphorus, sulfur also same. So we are going to discuss about allotropes of carbon. So first of all, in allotropes of carbon we are going to discuss about its crystalline form. So a crystalline form has a regular and definite arrangement of atoms. I'll show you its structure. They have high melting points and boiling points. A crystalline form has a definite geometrical shape, sharp edges and plane surfaces. Carbon has three crystalline allotropes. First one is diamond. Second, we have to discuss about diamond structure, properties and its uses. Second structure is graphite. Here also we have to consider about its structure, properties, uses, and then is fullerenes. Diamonds are found in India, mainly in Govalkonda, which is in Karnataka, and Panna, Madhya Pradesh. Diamonds are also found in South Africa, Brazil, Belgium, Russia and America. It has a structure like, here is the structure. In diamond, every carbon is bonded to 4 neighboring atoms by covalent bonds. Therefore, diamond has a tetragonal 3-dimensional structure which makes it very hard. You can observe here, if you consider a single atom of carbon, then it has a tetravalency. Then if you consider this one, then it has also a tetravalency. With everywhere, if you consider a single atom, it completes its tetravalency. So hence it becomes very hard. Its properties: brilliant and pure diamond is the hardest natural substance, because we are getting it in nature as it is. So it is very hard. There is no need to purification. The density of diamond is 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. This type of question can come in exam with MCQs. What is the density of diamond? You should know about the density of diamond is 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. The melting point of diamond is 3500 degree Celsius, because it is very hard. When diamond is heated at 800 degrees Celsius in presence of oxygen, CO2 is given away. In this process, no other product besides CO2 is formed. Diamond does not dissolve in any solvent. Acids, bases have no effect on diamond. Diamond is a bad conductor of electricity as it does not have a free electron. It has a very hard structure, that means there is no free electron. If there is no free electron, that means current electricity won't pass through it. So diamond is a bad conductor of electricity as it does not have a free electrons. Its uses are: diamonds are used in glass cutting and rock drilling machines. Diamonds are used in ornaments, which we are using like diamond ring and all, we can say. So ornaments. Diamond knives are used in eye surgery. Diamond dust is used for polishing other diamonds. Diamond is used to make windows, giving protection from radiation in space and artificial satellites. So uses of diamond also comes for 2 marks question. So please remind these uses are important. Now next is graphite. Graphite is found in the natural state in Russia, New Zealand, America and India. Where we are getting graphite? Russia, New Zealand, America and India. The lead used in pencil is made by mixing graphite with clay. You may have seen your pencils, writing pencils, the pencil's lead becoming from graphite. This process was discovered by Nicholas Jacques Conte in 1795. It has a structure. This is the structural diagram for graphite. We can say this structure as hexagonal. Every carbon atom in graphite is bonded to 3 other carbon atoms in such a way that hexagonal layered structure is formed. You can observe here hexagonal structure. A graphite crystal is made up of many sheets or layers of carbon atoms. These layers slip over each other. You can observe here these layers slips over each other. And amongst that, one layer of graphite is called graphene. One layer of graphite is called as graphene. This is the structure of carbon atoms in graphite. Properties of graphite. Graphite found in nature is black, soft, brittle and slippery. This is graphite, blackish color. Inside each layer of graphite, free electrons move continuously within the entire layer. That is why graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Why it is good conductor of electricity? Because inside of each layer, electrons move continuously, and whenever there is a movement of electron, that means electricity pass very nicely, like clearly. So that's why graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Next, due to the layered structure, graphite can be used for writing on paper. Because of layered structure of graphite, we can use it to write on paper. The density of graphite is 1.9 to 2.3 gram per centimeter cube. Graphite does not dissolve in most solvents. Next, uses of graphite. Graphite is used for making lubricants. Graphite is used to making carbon electrodes. Wherever we are using with the experiments electrodes and all, to make electrodes we are using graphite. Graphite is used in pencils for writing. The lead of pencil is made by graphite. Graphite is used in paints and polish. Graphite is used in arc lamps which give very bright light. Fullerenes. An allotrope of carbon is rarely found in nature. It is found in soot and interstellar space. The first example of fullerenes is Buckminster fullerenes, which is C60. This allotrope of carbon is named fullerenes after the architect Richard Buckminster Fuller because the structure of C60 resembles the structure of the geodesic dome he designed. If we discuss about diamond, then diamond has a tetragonal structure this way. But when we consider about fullerenes, then this has this buckyball structure. That means C60 means 60 carbon atoms present in this buckyball. And these are the another examples of fullerenes: C60, C70, C76, C82, C86. All these molecules occur in small numbers in soot. Properties. Molecules of fullerenes are found in the form of buckyballs and buckytubes. There are 30 to 900 carbon atoms in one molecule of fullerenes. Fullerenes are soluble in organic solvents such as carbon disulfide, chlorobenzene. And its uses: fullerenes are used as insulators. Fullerenes are used as catalysts in water purification. At a certain temperature, fullerenes exhibit superconductivity. We'll go through this video. In this video, you can observe everything very clearly. This is the diamond and this one is graphite. Lead of pencil is the graphite. So here we can say that it is having a different structure, and here you can observe structure of diamond. A carbon atom has a covalent bond. You can observe covalent bond. Everywhere carbon has a covalent bond. And then structure of graphite. In the structure of graphite, you can observe there it has also a covalent bond, but we can say weak binding forces are there in between them. So the carbon atoms, with each 3 atoms carbon atoms is having a combination of another 3 carbon atoms, which we are saying with each and every layer weak binding forces are there. So 3 carbon atoms are going to pair with the another 3, then hence hexagonal structure forms. So here we can say diamond is an electrical insulator. Diamond is ultimately abrasive. Diamond is usually transparent. Diamond crystallizes in the isomeric system. You can differ these two based on this. With diamond and graphite. Diamond is electrical insulator. Diamond is the ultimate abrasive. Graphite is not. Graphite is opaque and diamond is transparent. So based on the structure we can see. Before this we have seen crystalline form. In the crystalline form we have seen diamond and graphite. Now next part is non-crystalline, which we are seeing, which we can say amorphous form also. Okay, the arrangement of carbon atom in the form is not regular. Coal, charcoal, coke are the non-crystalline forms of carbon. Non-crystalline forms of carbon means the arrangement of carbon is not regular, like it can vary in it, so that is why it comes with non-crystalline form. In that first example we can consider coal. Coal is a fossil fuel. It contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. It also contains nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. It occurs in the solid state and it is of 4 types. In that first type is peat. Here you can observe the diagram for peat. This one is peat. Formation of peat is the first step of the formation of coal. It contains a high proportion of water and less than 60% of carbon. Therefore, not much heat can be obtained from peat. Next is lignite. Peat was transformed into lignite due to increased pressure and temperature inside the earth. It contains 60 to 70% of carbon. Lignite is the second step of the formation of coal. Next is bituminous coal. Bituminous coal was formed as third step of formation of coal. It contains 70 to 90% of carbon. Next is anthracite. Anthracite is known as pure form of coal. This coal is hard and contains about 95% of carbon. That means it is also not clear carbon. Next is charcoal. It is very black in color. The charcoal that is made from animal is made from their bones, horns, etc. On the other hand, charcoal made from plants is formed by combustion of wood in a sufficient supply of air. Insufficient supply of air, due to that we are getting combustion of wood and charcoal is made by the plants. Uses of coal is used as fuel in factories and homes, which we have seen. Coal is used to obtain coke, coal gas and coal tar. Coal is used in thermal power plants for generation of electricity. Next is coke. The pure coal that remains when coal gas has been taken away from coal is called coke. This is coke. Coke means pure coal that remains when coal gas has been taken away from coal. When coal gas has been taken away from coal, that is coke. And uses of coke is used as domestic fuel. Coke is used as reducing agent. Coke is used in production of water gas, which is CO plus H2 and water gas and producer gas. You can observe here, this is water gas and producer gas. Please revise the chapter which we discussed up to here. the oral way, the uses and their properties and all there. So not so many things are there, so you have to study. Please study uses, their properties, their characteristics and all. I stop my lecture over here. Thank you.